Okay, so good evening. My name is Andrew Adler. I am the Director of Library Services here at the college, and I was asked to come and speak with you all today about uh, the services the library has to offer and everything that we can do for you, how to access all of the library collections, and such as our electronic databases, our catalog, and our books. So welcome. This shouldn't take us too awful long, probably about 45 minutes or so. Like I said, if we have any questions at the end, we'll be happy to answer any. So this is the library's website, which for most, if not all of you that are listening, this is how you're going to interact with us while you're a student at Georgetown College, being that you are in our online graduate education program. The library's website is where you can find pretty much anything that we have to offer. All of our books, our databases, our streaming media, all of that is located here through our catalog, through our databases, and everything else. So we'll run through how to access those, what your access will look like on an off-campus site, and then talk to you about some of the services that we offer to you as online graduate students. And yeah, like I said, then we'll have some questions. So like I said, this is our website, pretty simple. This white box here is our catalog. So anything that you want to search for, so you could start just searching for something right here. So I'm needing to do a paper about autism, so I can just type in autism, click the button, and it runs a search. And it searches not only our catalog, but if you notice, it searches libraries worldwide, such as it says up here at the top. So it returned us almost 230,000 results in libraries worldwide. So it's not just searching what collections we have here at Georgetown, but it is searching across a wide spectrum of institutions, not just colleges. It also searches public libraries. It just depends if an institution has put their catalog up on WorldCat or not. Most have. If you only wanted to limit to what we have at Georgetown College, you could simply click the Georgetown College button over here on the left, and it whittles out all of those others. So as far as autism, we have 53,000 approximately results. Different things, like I said, it searches everything. So this right here is a video. If I wanted to view it, I would just click View Now. The second one down is an ebook. So if I wanted to click it, I would just click View Ebook. Another video, this one is actually not an e-video, it is a DVD that we have here, an ebook, another DVD, so on and so forth. And so you can scroll down and see what type of resources we have. You can tell by this little icon right here what it is. Also, I'll tell you right here. You can filter out using the tools on the left-hand side. So if you're only looking for articles, if you click that, it's only going to give you articles. And so it shows you autism current theories regarding its pathogenesis and implications for rational pharmacotherapy, autism, so on and so forth. So you can use these tools on the left-hand side to show you what you can find. So it's a real quick and easy way for you to find a lot of information. But the problem is that it's also a quick and easy way for you to find a lot of information that may or may not be useful to you. And so just depends what type of source you're looking for. And also, you can see autism. You may be looking for something much more narrow, because if you just leave it at autism, again, that first search, we had over close to 230,000 results. What I highly recommend is that you click the advanced search option, and this will take you into this page, and then you just start typing in your keywords that you want to search. So maybe you're looking at autism and classroom behavior in elementary school. So you can start looking at that question as you boil it down to a question as to what your key terms in that are, which is autism, classroom behavior, or classroom management, and then elementary school. What you will need to know is that the first one has keyword. The next one's default. So if you say title, it has to appear in the title of the record. I recommend changing that to keyword. And so classroom management, same thing here. If you have an author that you like and you know that you're searching for that specific author, then you can type in their name. It's always last name first, last name, comma, first. And then, but again, just keyword. I can add rows if I need to, just depending on, if you're looking at male, female, you may want to add a row, so on and so forth. If you have a specific grade level, add a row. Typically, 3 is a pretty good number. If you get too many search terms, then it becomes too narrow and you can't hardly find anything. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, just means that the search terms aren't lining up. So again, I can just click search. It's going to run that search again. Again, it defaults to library worldwide. And so, art therapies in school, research and practice. So that's an ebook, article, so on and so forth. And so you can start searching and accessing these things from here. If you wanted to do this and you say this classroom behavior of elementary school boys with Fragile X syndrome, you can click this and it gives you the items record, basically everything that you need to know about it. The description, you can read a little bit of a summary. It will also show you where and in what databases this appears in. So you can see that it appears in a number of databases that the library has. It's not just in one place. And that's important from time to time, because even though it says full text, sometimes it's not always full text. Full text means you are able, so if I click on this link, full text means I'm able to see the whole thing. Sometimes with our system, if you click that, it doesn't always give you full text. So it may not have full text in Professional Development Collection, but we may have full text in the Proquest Education database because of our subscription prices and tiers, and you don't need to know all about that. So if you wanted to access this, so education source, all you do is click view full text. It is going, see, no results were found, because in reality, this does not exist in full text in that database. So let's see if it's in Proquest. Maybe. So there it is. There's the full text of this article. So it wasn't an education source, but it was in Proquest. So even if you run into an issue where I can't access this, sometimes looking in another place will help you find those things. So that's one of the good things about the catalog. What I will say at this point is if you noticed, I clicked on that link and it passed me right through. That is because I am currently on campus at Georgetown, so it recognizes my IP address and everything else for security purposes. If you are off campus, you're going to click that full text link and then you're going to get a page. And that page looks like this. So this is our off-campus login. For you, this is probably one of the most important web pages while you're a student here. This gives you access to everything that the library has to offer wherever you are, with one caveat, which I'll say in a moment. The username and password are the same credentials you use to get into Moodle, to get into the portal. It's just the same username and password. Once you see that, type it in, log in, and it will pass you through our security wall and into the article that you're doing. Basically, this is our cover charge. Like I said, there is one caveat to the you can get this anywhere. What we have discovered here recently is that if you are trying to do your work at school, if you're trying to do it at your place of employment using your school's internet connection, most of the time you will not be able to access it at school because your network security protocols will not allow you to pass through into our proxy. Because of their security protocols, you won't be able to access this. So you may click into one of the databases, you may click an article, and what's going to happen is that you're going to be stopped right there. You're not going to see this page, and you're just going to be like, what's going on? And then you're going to email Dr. Peach, or you're going to email Dr. Bowers Campbell, and you're going to be like, what's happening? And they're going to be like, let's talk to the librarian. And the librarian's going to say, where are you? And if you say, I'm at school, I'm going to say, you do it when you get home. It's just something that we've run into. A lot of institutions around the state, a lot of school systems around the state just do not allow it to come through for one reason or the other. So just know that if you're running into that issue, it may not be an issue with your credentials. It may not be an issue with the library. It may just be an issue of where you are at the time. So that's always my recommendation is, where are you? School, try it when you get home. Okay, so I'll try it when I get home. And 9 times out of 10, that fixes the issue. So as far as the catalog, that is, one of the other things down here is you will notice that it does give us this libraries worldwide option. So we are a small library. We don't have everything. From time to time, if you are spread out across the state, if there is something that we do not have, that we as the college do not have, and you need it quickly, scroll down here to the libraries worldwide, and you can see where this is held in the state. So Midway has access, Transy, UK, so on and so forth. As a student at Georgetown College, you are covered through our membership in the consortium called the Federation of Kentucky Academic Libraries, or FOCAL. Because of our FOCAL membership, you as a student at Georgetown have reciprocal borrowing privileges at every academic library in the state. So if you are looking for a book, we don't have it, but you live in Murray, and Murray State does. You can go to Murray State and go to their library with a Georgetown ID or with something identifying you as a Georgetown College student and say, I'm a Georgetown College student. Here's my transcript. Here's my whatever. I need to check out this book. And they will check the book out to you. So it's just a nice little deal that we have. Additionally, as a student at Georgetown College, you can request items through interlibrary loan. So if you come across something that we do not have again, you can, and you have time, you can click this request through interlibrary loan. It's the off-campus access page again, because that's what we use to log you into the Iliad system. And all you do is click log in after you type in. The first time you do this, it's going to have you put in some information, your name, your email address, your mailing address, things of that nature. And you hit submit, and then the next page you'll see will be this. As you can see, it already fills out everything for me. If it is an electronic article, you just hit submit request, we get access to it, we send it out to you. No ifs, ands, or buts. If it is a book or some other physical item, you will have to come here to pick it up, or we can mail it to you. But that's an extra step, and we'll talk about that step toward the end of this session about mailing it. But you click submit request, it comes into us, typically 1 to 2 weeks for articles and other material that you are requesting through interlibrary loan for you to get it. So it does take some pre-planning on your part. So make sure you do that. So we will go back to the home page. And so, like I said, that's the catalog. It can get you a lot of information. It can get you a lot of information quickly. It can show you where everything is. But sometimes you're just wanting a more focused search. Sometimes you're like, all I need are journal articles. I just need journal articles. I don't want to have to go through the catalog searching and trying to find these articles where there are books and everything else. I need to just get the articles. Well, the best place for you to go at that point is over here on the right-hand side. There's a big button called Databases. So I click that, and it gives me this A to Z list. This is the A to Z list of all 134 databases that the library subscribes to and is put here for your use. Excuse me. So you can sit here and scroll down and look through all 134 databases, read the little blurbs, and be like, ooh, what's this one about? So Access World News, it's a newspaper database. This is a academic video online. It is a streaming media. Academic Search Complete has things from all across the disciplines. It's not just a education or biology or history specific database. It's everything is in there. So you can do that. It's just going to take you a long time to do it. So in order to help you and to get you the resources that you need the most in a timely manner, there's a little drop-down menu here called All Subjects. If you click it, it gives you a list of all the subjects, plus a few more, that are taught at Georgetown. And if you come down here to the E's, you see Education, Undergraduate, and Graduate. If I click on that, it filters out everything that doesn't have to do with education. So now I have my focused, these are my best options as an education student for me to search through. You will see that APA Style Central is the first one. It's not really a database. It's more of a learning tool, but we put it here because, you know, you all are going to access that more than anyone else. So whenever you're looking for APA Style Central, whenever they tell you to access it, there it is. Credo reference, so on and so forth. But as you scroll down, the ones in the yellow box are what they call best bets. These are the ones for these are the best ones for you. So the best ones for you as education students, I would say our top 3 education databases are Education Source, ERIC, and Proquest Education. All 3 of them are going to be good resources for you. What I will say too is that don't get confused and think all I've got to do is search Education Source and it's going to show me everything. It will not, because Education Source belongs to EBSCO company. An EBSCO company is called EBSCO. It will only search those EBSCO databases and those EBSCO records in Education Source. It does not search Proquest Education because Proquest Education is owned by Proquest. So they don't search across one another. The catalog will do that, but these will not. So just, you know, real quick, I'll show you Education Source. Again, now if I'm on campus, so I'm going to click Proquest Education. It's going to pass me right through, again, because I'm on campus. If you are not on campus, this is where the firewall would come up, and you would see, again, this screen. Same thing as before, just click Log In. As soon as you click Log In, it'll bring you here, and you'll be good to go. So this is Proquest Education. One of the, as you can see, it provides access to ERIC as well. ERIC is an index. There's not a whole lot of full text materials in there, but what it can do is it indexes a lot of good information. So ERIC is a good place as you're starting out that you may want to go if you've got some idea, I want to work with autism, but I don't know what. ERIC's a good place where you can go and you can see a lot of information. You may not be able to access full text, but you can get titles of articles that you can then bring to Proquest Education or Education Source to search for them. Again, you could do a basic search here, just typing in. I always like doing advanced searches myself because I don't want to waste my time trying to scroll through in 1,000 sources to try to get what I want. So sticking with the autism classroom behavior, again, you can add a row. Helps if I spell it correctly. And you can say limit it to full text, meaning that we have full text access to it, meaning you can read it here. Peer reviewed. So if your professor says I only want peer reviewed journal articles, you can say click that. It's only going to bring back those things that are peer reviewed. Publication dates, things published in the last 7 days, 3 months, 3 years, so on and so forth. You can even set a date. So after this date, you can set, professor says nothing older than 15 years. So I can say May 1st, 15 years, so that's 2003. And then I can select what source type. So let's say again, I only want scholarly journals. So I select scholarly journals. I can say what document type. I can even say what language, so on and so forth. Click search. So it's running its search, and it has returned for me a little bit over 2,300 results. So again, some you could still possibly narrow that down to give you much more focused, but you can see how you can use the tools to do that. And it's got its filters too, over here on the left-hand side. So I can click full text, and it's going to take away all those that I don't have full text access to. So it took away a couple of hundred. So I know that now I have 2,100 results that I have full text access to right now. I can click on them, I can read them, and I can be good to go. Again, you could keep going, see what the publication titles are. So only those that have appeared in this Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders. If I click that, it's going to filter it out. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Now I have 205 results. I can even go document type, an article, because there were 10 case studies on this. And apparently one of these articles wasn't a feature. The subject on children, humans, that's just the subjects covered in it, so on and so forth. So I can really filter down and narrow down. So again, I say, ooh, I want to look at this student engagement in the classroom, or this evaluation of classroom active engagement in elementary students. So I click on this, and there it is. There's the full text article. I can download it, I can print it, or I can flag it and save it for later. So, and you have full download it, put it on your computer, do whatever. Additionally, it gives you the abstract. This is also a very important one. If you click references, don't want to try unlimited. If you click references, it gives you the references that are shown up that are cited in this article. So that can tell you, here we go. I can go with that. You can email this to yourself. It's just going to email you a link to the article. You can cite, if you click cite, it gives you the citation format for it. So you could do that. But if you're writing in APA Style Central, you don't have to worry about that. So Proquest, education, that is the way to work with this. EBSCO, education source, again, they already default to advanced search. So again, it's going to give me some suggestions. You can click on them if you want or not. What it's giving me are some, like I said, some suggested ones. We're going to go classroom behavior. Spelling was never my strong suit. And what I will say here is with this one, you can see these little boxes over here, and if you click it, you get an and or not. So if I wanted to say not, it's going to search this database for things dealing with autism and classroom behavior not related to elementary school. So anything that has to deal with elementary school, it's going to exclude those. If I click select a field, I can select any of these fields. So again, if I say title, the word autism has to appear in the title. If I say subject, it has to appear in the subject list. So we're going to say subject, and I'll talk about subject here in just a moment. Again, down here, you have other limiters and filters. So only those that I have full text to, only those from scholarly peer reviewed. We're not going to do any of those yet. So we're just going to click search. 38. There are 38 articles in this database related to autism, classroom behavior, not dealing with elementary schools. So if we do, now let's go add back that elementary school. We went to 7. So you can see, again, ways that you can filter. How many of those do I have full text access to? 6 of them. How many of them come from scholarly peer reviewed? All 6. Again, nothing in the outside the last 15 years. This one says 2017 because we can't get anything newer than 2017 because of our subscriptions. So you're good to go because everything here is from 2004 to 2017. Same thing, source type, journals, so on and so forth. So I can limit it to a lot of different things. I'm going to take out this full text because as we scroll down, you can see this number 7 down here, we don't have full text access to it. So you can also request journal articles through Interlibrary Loan from our databases. So you can click and be passed through. So that's EBSCO education source that you can access as well. So it looks like because I didn't pay for the premium, the time's counting down. So we'll hurry up real quick. So again, back on the library's homepage, those are the databases, those are the catalogs that you could access, that you can access through the catalog. We do have a number of services that are open to you as students as well. If you ever have questions and you need us, there's this big blue button on our library homepage. You click Need Help, Ask Us, and there's all of the information. There's all the ways to get in touch with us. There are 4 librarians on staff. All of us are trained to help you if you ever have a question. If you want to do a virtual chat, this chat is usually monitored during our open hours. We are open during the summer from 8 to 5 because I know most of the classes take place over the summer. You can text us. You could set up an individual consultation with us. We could do it online with you virtually. You can call us or you can email us as well. If you also see here, you can see services for students. So if you click services for students, it gives you all the different types of services that we have to offer you. One service that is here, so this forms button, if you hover over it, you'll see grad student request. If you click on this, you can read, we will mail you physical books. We will ship them to you. All you have to do is fill this out. So like I said, we're kind of running low on our time. So I will unmute you all. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I have a question.
Yes.
So on the screen here, it says today's hours, 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. Is that affect us at all?
That is not. You all will be able to access things 24/7, 365. The library online never closes. That's just the time that the library is staffed. So if you send us something at 1:30 a.m., we're not going to get to it until 8 a.m. when we come in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, well, I thank you all for coming, and I appreciate your time. We are recording this, and I will make sure that Dr. Peach and everyone else gets a copy of it, so that way if you ever have any questions, we'll put it online and you'll be able to access it.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. And like I said, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact us. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you all, and good luck for this with the semester.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.